Peter, thank you for joining me today.
No worries, thanks for having me, George.
So let's just start off. Who are you?
Oh God, that question.
It's that question straight off the bat.
On the drive, I was like, how do I explain this? Well, my name's Peter, and I'm an equestrian videographer and photographer. Specialising in equestrian, that's predominantly where my client base is. I do all sorts, really. I follow people for events. I do make content for influencers, pro riders, brands, commercial. So kind of from the, I don't know if saying bottom to the top, but from one end to the other of the spectrum. Okay. From very casual YouTube, rustic kind of content to then higher end for brands that's more slick, kind of sleek commercials. Okay. That kind of thing. And it's been a journey, and it's been interesting and good fun and stressful sometimes.
Yeah, I bet.
Starting a business is never easy, especially when the kit is not cheap.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it breaks like no tomorrow sometimes with the environments that I find myself in, with the rain, dust or whatever. Yes. So it's been an interesting journey, that's for sure. Nice.
And you have a company?
Yep. So my company's called Granite Lens Media. Mm-hmm. That was started full time nearly 2 years ago. Okay. I think it was 2 days July, so probably a year and a half old now. Before that, I was doing it part time alongside my my job, which was a geologist. Okay. So I was a geohazard engineer for 3 years.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, a little different. I was still had all the tech and stuff in that job, especially with what I was doing, but different application and different end result really. But yeah, it was one of those steps where I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now. And this new part of my life, I had no indication of longevity of it. So I said to myself, if it lasts a year, it's a career break, brilliant. If it lasts 2 years, a longer career break, 3, 4, and then I've put no time on it. So it's just, if it goes well, perfect. If it doesn't, it's a lesson. I've had fun, and I'll go back to being a geologist.
Fair enough. And by all accounts, it's going well.
Yeah, haven't looked back.
I think you worked with some great companies. I think I saw the Pure company.
Yeah, I worked with Pure. Worked with Fairfax Favour. Worked with Burkitt's law firm for their equestrian division. Premier Performance, Green Marbet.
Green Marbet. Yes.
I've got a good core group of clients now, and I think that's the hardest part that I found is a lot of ad hoc work. So when someone comes to you and they say, right, we need this shoot for this, and then you might not hear them for a year or so forth. They just want that one off, which is fine, which is great. But then to really make a business successful, it's having a core. Well, I think it's having a core group of clients. Yes. That you interact with regularly, produce content for them, and also the content gets better that way because you know exactly what they like, what style they're going for, and it just the fusion just happens, and it's a much smoother process. So that core is building slowly, but it's getting there. And that's one of my aims is to build that. And it's going well, really well actually.
No, well, we actually met at London International.
That's it.
You were stood, probably, I think you're on the phone near our stand. My friend went and grabbed you. Yeah. How was that for you? Were you working with particular people? Were you just there as a whole event photographer?
So I was there on my own basis. I wasn't producing any content for the show. So I was producing content for brands that were showcasing at the show. Got you. So one of them, the main one was Green Mile Bedding. So they were sponsoring an event, or a class, sorry. And they also had their stand there, and they had an advert running on the TV, on the big screens, which I produced for them. Mm-hmm. But then I was also working for Dan Dale's art and a few other riders, and then there was a few other brands as well. As well as content creators like Harlow and Megan. Yeah, Megan,
Megan's your partner.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like always working with Megan. There's never a day that I'm not. Like, today's a day off.
No, I mentioned actually when you came in, I saw you on Megan's socials the other day doing some jumps for her.
I know, that was yesterday. Yeah,
it was yesterday.
It was freezing cold.
Yeah, it was cold yesterday.
I got dragged out to film some stuff, just quick stuff.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Why are you here? Can you set some jumps for me?"
And she films you.
Yeah. I know, it's a bit of a parody, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she kind of outs me to her followers, and I don't get any chance to reply.
No. Well, you're always behind the camera.
Yeah, that's where I like to be. So this is strange.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good to get your story and who you are out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping it will help you build your brand and will also inspire other businesses to get on that journey. Because
amazing, yeah.
It's very raw for you at the moment.
Well, it is, yeah, and it's early days. Like I said, I'm nearly 2 years in, so it seems like a long time, but it's a long process.
Yeah.
And some stuff happens overnight and give you an extra kick, an extra step. But then in terms of the bigger picture, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people you see in business or in sport or everything have trained and worked for years and years, and then you see the spotlight and you think it's happened overnight, but in reality it hasn't.
Yeah.
So that's that. It's a slog, but it's enjoyable, and it's working your own terms. Which is
that's
really
it.
nice.
Yeah, really, really, really comfortable. That's why I like doing what I do, just having your own terms. But again, it's been a slog. You know, I'm in a horse transport industry, and I've been doing that for nearly 3 years, and it looks all lovely on the outside, but it's not like that on the inside if you were actually in there with me. So yeah, it is like that.
No, I definitely get that, because I get so many people come up to me and say, because I guess the picture we paint, especially on Instagram and social media, is you know, rainbows and sunshine. It's all lovely, and which it is. But behind that, there are some stressful days. There are some, I say, dark days sometimes, and days where you think you've really got to push through, especially mentally in the winter and things like that. It's not easy. No. But the reward is so worth it. So if anyone's out there that is looking to start, especially in videography or question side and the photography side, just do it. If you can, do it. It's not easy. There are many people out there who will help you. Just reach out.